Good morning YouTube, Life with Julian back with another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you 3 secrets to how I was able to transform my body to either lose weight or gain muscle, and how I help my clients out back when I used to be a personal trainer and I helped them, obtain their goals. But first, I'm at the gym, still sipping on my caffeine, still trying to wake up. Let's roll this intro, let's get the video going, and let me teach you guys how you're able to change your body.
In my head aren't shining no more.
So your boy injured his shoulder about a week ago. I'm trying to take it light, but let's keep killing this workout. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Alright guys, workout's done. I recorded a clip inside the gym, but the music was playing in the background for too long, so I was like, you know what, I don't want to get copyrighted, because I got copyrighted before, and that just means that nobody can see the video. But number 1 is going to be consistency. So during my workout, I was going a little bit lighter just because I didn't want to hurt my shoulder any further than it already is, but I still want to be consistent with my training, even if it means I'm going to go in and do light reps and I'm not going to ego lift. But consistency is the biggest part of your weight loss journey or your muscle building journey, and the reason being is because practice makes perfect, for example. And you got to practice your form, you got to continuously lift to make progress. For example, it doesn't mean that you have to lift like 5 or 6 days a week to be a bodybuilder or to be like shredded. It just means that you need to go at least like 3 days minimum, for example, but for 3 months straight, because 3 months is usually the time that it takes to make a complete body transformation. And that's what I would tell all my clients. And in 3 months, like, their body look completely different. And that might sound like a long time, but in reality, like, look at how time, or how fast time goes by as it is. So it's not going to take that long to make that change. And that just means that you just need to be consistent with your lifting, because you're going to lose weight regardless. You're going to gain muscle regardless of your diet. But eventually you might hit a plateau, and that's when you got to change it. But just basically, that's all it takes is consistency, and that's like with anything else. For people trying to grow their Instagram, for people trying to grow their YouTube, for you trying to get better at, whatever you're trying to do, trying to build your business, staying consistent and like prospecting on the daily, of course, because I'm a realtor, if you've seen my previous videos, is only going to get you further than not doing it. So if you're like on 1 month and you gain the strength and you're just like, yeah, I feel good, and then you don't go for 2 weeks, you're going to lose that. And you got to stay consistent so that way you can progress. But that is going to be number 1, and that's going to be consistency. And you guys got to stay consistent to what you're doing and stay committed and stay motivated. And you're not always going to be motivated, but if you're consistent, you're going to get better. And then when you look at yourself 2 months from now and you see that you've progressed, that's going to motivate you naturally. So that's going to be number 1. Now I got to go get a fresh cut because I'm looking like a mess right now. And I'm going to try to film a video or a walkthrough tour for my home for a home today, so that way I can post that on Facebook and hopefully get my first client, because I haven't sold a home yet, and I've been doing real estate for about a couple months, but sometimes people take longer. But staying consistent is what's going to help. So I totally forgot to show you guys my new toy. I invested in a gimbal, which is a camera stabilizer, so that way I can get some really dope angles for you guys, and then so that way I could also utilize it for my business. And I can use that for tours of brand new homes or maybe listings. but I'm trying to invest into everything so that way I can stay even more committed, you know? So being back to being consistent. And it gives you a little bit more motivation because now I can mess around with editing, and I'm having a lot of fun editing these videos and doing this for you guys. And I hope that you're enjoying them too. But let me go get that fresh fade, and then I'll get to number 2 for you guys. Bro, what are you doing? It's not what it looks like, bro. I'm not breaking my diet, man. It's alright, man. One more hurt you. Number 2, diet. But yeah, guys, so diet's gonna be number 2. All jokes aside, hope you like that little clip. I've never done that before, but I decided to give just try like a new trick. But either way, number 2 is diet. And it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be eating clean every single day or every single moment of the day. It just means that you need to at least track, for example, your calories or your protein and just have an idea of where you're at. And you don't have to do it on a daily basis. If you're used to eating certain meal preps, after a while you're not going to have to really count because you're just going to know your body and what it reacts to. And that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I mostly eat the same thing almost every single day throughout the day, but at dinner, you know, I don't stop myself from enjoying myself. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to eat something really bad. It just means that if you're not necessarily trying to get super shredded or super massive, then and you just want to maintain and be healthy, then that's a really good way to at least maintain at where you're at. For example, I'm trying to bulk, so I'm trying to eat more calories and be at a surplus than I usually am, so that way I can gain more size before I cut. But diet would be number 2, and I know you guys don't want to hear that one, but it plays a huge part. But it goes hand in hand with consistency. If you're eating super good, almost not necessarily super good, but if you're eating close to your maintenance calories but fairly clean and you're not adding body fat, and one day you decide to just eat massive like fast food the entire day, you're gonna be okay. And that's why being consistent with your diet is very important. So number 2 is diet. But before we get to the third one, guys, I am also letting you know right now that I am going to a car meet. So I'm going to show just like a quick little car montage. I'm going to try to use my Osmo or my gimbal on the car meet just to kind of like test my editing skills and see what it's like to have, you know, clear, stabilized shots. So I'm going to take you guys amongst that journey, and then I'll give you the third final one. So let's get to that car meet. Let me just show that quick montage, and then let me give you the third secret to losing weight or gaining muscle. Alright guys, so I didn't finish the video yesterday. Today's actually the next day. So today's Sunday. So kind of big fail. The original car meet that we were going to go to, where I could practice with my gimbal to see if I could make like a cool little car montage, ended up getting raided by the cops. So we had to move to a new spot, and it was just like super dark there. So I couldn't, after the car wash, I couldn't get any footage. So looking back at that little montage, it was probably like 20 seconds. But it's okay. So to finish off the video, I'm just going to tell you the third final secret. And the third final secret is challenging yourself. And the reason why I say that is because there's some people who are trying to lose weight and they're just consistently doing cardio, which isn't really good for you in the long run. It's good for your endurance and maybe for your cardiovascular health. But if you're trying to look lean and get a lean physique, it's easier to put on a little bit of mass. And that's just because you burn more calories naturally with lean mass on. So I would recommend for people doing cardio to step out of their comfort zone and do a little bit of weight training as well. It doesn't mean you're going to get big. You have to eat a lot to get big. You have to eat like you want to get big, basically. And of course, for anybody who's just lifting, I would just say, you know, of course you want to do like overload, or for example, kind of like a pyramid, where when you first start lifting, let's just say you've been consistently benching 25 and now you're hitting 25, 4 sets for 10. Why don't you try 35 the last one, and then try 35 the next time you hit it again, the last 2, and then continuously do like that, and just progressively add on weight as you do your reps and your sets, you know, throughout your training. You can't be doing 20s curls and expect bigger biceps, even if you can do more reps, you know, if it's getting easier for you. You want to make sure that you're able to challenge yourself. And that's just a super small one that I think anybody should know, but there are some people out there who don't necessarily have that extra push. And just because you don't have somebody to spot you doesn't mean that you can't hit heavier. I usually ask people to spot me, you know, worst case scenario. And of course I know it's COVID season, but there's still some people out there who are willing to spot you because your safety is more important than, you know, not being able to put that weight up and kind of like crushing yourself. Either way, guys, so that's going to be my video for today. If you guys want to see an arm workout video, yeah, let me know. And I'm going to let you guys go for today, so see you later.